pocket camera I use sometimes, it gets battered around. I just threw it everywhere, put it in my back pocket, my jersey when I'm riding, and it turns out like this next time I switch it on. Anyway, we're in Cardiff, as you probably guessed by that first film. I just rode to the train station from the house, and then rode from the train station in Cardiff to Maindy track, and then met Charlie, and we just ridden back to the house. Tonight is Pilates. I rode the Giant. I'm still on this for the time being because I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, tonight is Pilates with Kira, and I can't wait. For those of you that are interested, like when I come up to Cardiff, which isn't like that regular, it's not as regular as I'd like it to be. I used to ride up, but that just took like so much strain, as you can imagine. So now, like today, I tried to book a ticket as far in advance as possible, maybe 3 or 4 days, and it ended up only costing me like £3.60, which is obviously very, very good, one way. So I'll come up, and like today, I've basically just put everything in my rucksack, and because I've not sweated, I've ridden for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, so everything, like all the kit that I wore today, I just wear again tomorrow, because I'm going to ride back from Mumbles tomorrow in Swansea, which is like a 10-mile ride. So I'm not needing any spare kit, so it's worked out quite well this time. What I remember as well, actually, sorry about the colour in here, because it's like a very yellowish light. While I remember, thanks to everybody that got involved with the video I put up like 2 videos ago about like I need your help. There's been some good progression with that. I basically reached out to a couple of clothing kit, cycle kit manufacturers, to see if they could do a cloth cap design for me. I want to keep the cloth cap black. I'm a big fan of black, particularly on accessories, because sometimes you don't want to wear you don't want to wash them like every time you wear them, especially something like a cloth cap, because a lot of people just like, sometimes they'll go to a cafe and just put the cloth cap on there, so it doesn't need washing on a regular basis. But things have come from that. Like I've had some designs back from some companies that look really good, really simple, like black and white, and like some simple colours on there in a very small kind of area, which is really good. I want 1 logo on there, possibly 2 logos, and some kind of abbreviation of my name. You get the picture. Yeah, so big ups to all of you for supporting that one. More updates soon, hopefully. Just walk into the car. It's only one downside, I'd say, to life in Cardiff. You've got to park like 1,000,000 miles away from where you live. 1,000,000 miles away. It's not cyclist friendly, because then you've got to walk to the car. Are you coming? Are you going to Pilates? I'm doing a very informal vlog, so it's not very professional. Who's driving? You.
You're not vlogging.
Oh. Yeah, probably can't see. It's Maindy track, velodrome. Just the other side of that fence. Oh wait, there's a sign. I can't see, it's too dark. Ajax are on there now, Cardiff Ajax. Probably not as big as Cardiff Jiff. I don't know. If anybody's from the area, who's bigger, Cardiff Ajax, Cardiff Jiff? I'm going to say Jiff. I will resume this vlog tomorrow when I've recovered from tonight's Pilates. breakfast time. I've gone for scrambled eggs, smoked salmon, and loads of toast. Charlie's gone for smashed avocado with pumpkin seeds, feta, and one fried egg. Oof, it's a measly 2 degrees in Cardiff today. Just been to pick up some lunch. Chicken salad sandwich, some crisps, water. Absolutely off my chops on this coffee. Let's just set this camera up here. Okay, I've been getting a lot of feedback from people asking like how long is my off season going to be for, because it's been a while now, I guess, since I've even done anything related to a bike, or at least showed it on this channel, which is understandable, I guess, because I've actually had, like, by the time this video goes out, it's like 3.5 weeks since I've like trained. So for those of you who are new here, welcome. Sorry about the first part of the video. This is just like quite random, but we're getting into the nitty gritty now that you probably wanted to watch. So for the last 3.5 weeks, I've done nothing but maybe 3 turbo sessions a week that have included half an hour Zwift races. The reason being is because I wanted to keep it fun. I also wanted to keep it quite high intensity without it being structured. Also, I've been doing like 1 outdoor ride a week, possibly 2, mainly club run with Binyan Cycling Club on a Saturday morning, which is like a couple of hours, no intensity, just riding. And I've also been riding my fixed gear bike for that time as well, so that's a bit of fun too. Now, usually, well, for me anyway, I was only going to have like 2 weeks off. Now, because it's stretched to 3 without me even realising, I'm really happy about that. And I'm happy about that because it means that I've done it right. Like, I'm not even itching to get back on the bike, but I'm still going to do it anyway. Officially, like maybe 4 weeks ago, I planned to start training again, structured training, on the 27th of November, which is, and I've got my calendar here, sorry, the 26th of November, which is a Monday. It's the Monday coming. And I've scheduled in, like, in kind of 90% sure this is what I want to do for the next 4 weeks. So from basically 26th of November until the end of the year. And I'm happy with it. I mean, like I said, it's 90% filled out, just needs tweaking here and there. Some of the guys that I coach at the minute, we're trying a different approach to like what we did last year. I've talked a bit about it with some of them, not all of them, because they've all got different aims and goals, but we want to like, we're trying like loads of different workouts, like loads of different intervals, and like pairing different intervals. So one, for example, that I'm going to be doing Sunday the 2nd of November, 2nd of December, sorry, is 2.5 hours with 2 minutes at capacity. Now, capacity effort is like basically what you can hold for 5 minutes. So it's going to be 2 minutes at that effort with 30 seconds rest, and then 5 minutes sweet spot, and then 5 minutes FTP, and then 5 minutes capacity. That's going to be quite a hard block of riding, but it's still quite short. And then we're going to like roll along generally for like 20 minutes, half an hour. Then we're going to go into 3 minutes capacity, straight into 7 minutes at zone 3, 50 RPM, 7 minutes zone 3, 120 RPM, and 7 minutes zone 3, 100 RPM. So we're mixing up the torque ranges. Again, that's a 2.5 hour ride. Like, what I'm aiming to do, like I said, with some of the guys that I'm coaching, I'm experimenting with this as well. Some of them seeing like really positive results on it already. Is like we're going to start doing less hours. Well, not less hours, but like not as much hours as you expect, but more intensity. So to compare it with last year, when I was getting coached instead of me coaching myself this time around, we're looking at like the first week of my training last season, which happens to be the same week was 600 TSS, 830 TSS, 960 TSS, 650, 680. Those are TSS. That was our TSS for each week leading up to the end of December. Now, TSS, trainer stress score, that comes from like your power meter. So it's all based on like what your FTP is, and therefore it is a given number for how hard that ride was. I'm just putting it as simple as possible for you. So I've taken those and I've kind of broken them down, and I've thought, how can I make the same TSS but in less hours? So going back last year, for those TSS weeks, I was doing something like 18, 20, and then like 24 hours one week. 24 hours for the 960 TSS. Now, usually for a stage races that I've done for the last 2 years, you tend to find like for a week you can do about between 1,000 and 1,300. So, you know, 1,000 TSS a week in training is quite difficult. You know, you're kind of looking at more volume as opposed to more intensity, because you can't really train as hard as your race, if that makes any sense. So you can, but it takes a lot out of you. So I've done quick math, and this time around the TSS for my weeks is going to look like 580, 700, 820, 990, 420. So I've added them all up. This time last year, those 6 weeks came to 3,720 TSS. Now if I do it right this year, it's going to be 3,510. So it's 210 TSS less, but there's going to be more intensity there, which means I get to do less hours. I hope you're still with me on this. I may be rambling, so you might not be with me, but the maximum hours I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with a 14-hour week, a 16.5-hour week, an 18-hour week, and then a 21-hour week. So a 21-hour week for 990 TSS. Maximum hours I'm going to do in that week is 5 hours. I'm going to do from Monday to Sunday, here we go, 2 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 3.5 hours, 5 hours. So it's nothing like really extreme, it's just been really consistent. So for those of you that have been asking for me to kind of dissect what I'm going to do when I get back into training, that's it. I hope that explains something. If it hasn't, punch a comment down below and I'll try and get back to you, because I really want to make it as clear as possible. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to see you in the next video. Although saying that, this is probably going to be a really long video, because this afternoon I'm riding home from Mumbles. In fact, scrap that. I'm just going to end with a little montage of me riding back from Mumbles.